I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. After one last afternoon of seasonal highs in the mid-70s to the low 80s today, highs tomorrow through Monday expected to range 85 to 90 most of Nebraska, low to mid-90s for southwest Nebraska and northern Kansas. Record warm highs not likely to be broken, with overnight lows, though, in the 60s tomorrow night through Sunday night. Record warm lows might be hit. Southerly winds increase tonight in response to a strengthening low-pressure trough over the western high plains, setting the stage for wind gusts in the 20s and 30s for tomorrow through Sunday. Tomorrow through Monday, the forecast is mostly dry as a ridge of high pressure builds east onto the plains. Fire weather is a concern with sparks from equipment in the harvest field and with many locations only receiving 25% of their normal rainfall the past month. A cold front tracks to the east Monday night through the middle of next week for some rain chances and slightly cooler temperatures. Despite the cooling trend, warmer than normal temperatures remain likely Monday through October 10th in Nebraska, Kansas, and the eastern two-thirds of the U.S. Early October daytime highs in central Nebraska are usually in the upper 60s to the low 70s, with average overnight lows in the low 40s. Above normal rainfall is predicted for Nebraska and Kansas Monday through October 10th, especially the early to middle part of next week. Key weather factors driving the markets include warmer than normal temperatures and recent rain in the U.S., central Brazil's wet season that's on schedule, and dryness concerns for Australia. Midwestern rain continues to track southeast into the Ohio Valley before ending tomorrow. For the Midwest, drier weather at the end of the week and above normal temperatures continuing through next week help crops to mature. Unsettled weather should persist the next several days across Florida's peninsula, where 5-day rainfall could reach 2 to 6 inches or more. This weekend, showers may extend as far east as the northern plains, helping the remaining areas of immature corn and soybeans, but delaying the early harvest. Snow falls at some high elevation sites in the western U.S. Warmer than normal temperatures continue through the weekend across the central U.S. Dry weather prevails the next 5 days in the central and southern plains. Across the central and southern plains, soil moisture is still good for wheat establishment, but if it stays dry for much longer, dryness becomes a concern. Central Brazil's wet season is starting on time, with areas of rain moving in. Conditions for planting are very good in most of Brazil. Rio Grande do Sul, an exception, and flooding issues may continue with heavy rain later on next week. Towards Argentina, drier weather should help with planting, but additional rain is needed after last year's historic drought. Rain chances are promising in Argentina the early to mid part of next week. Australia is mostly dry through the weekend as much warmer than normal temperatures and decreasing soil moisture continue to stress filling wheat and canola. Next week, much cooler in Australia, but little rainfall is expected outside of the far southeast. The Black Sea region is cooler this weekend and early next week, but with limited rainfall. More rainfall needed in the Black Sea region for winter wheat establishment and for good root establishment before dormancy. Rain chances later next week in the Black Sea region are somewhat doubtful. I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather.